We're on live TV, so we can just like talk about anything.
How's everybody doing?
Woo!
We're back. It's What Are They Worth? As Chad noted, this is live TV. I am your host, Gabriel Luis Manga. We've got a very exciting show today. We've got the return of Matthew Hitt, past participant, downtown's favorite rocker, I'd say, my favorite rocker downtown at least. We've got Chad Moore, who I think looks very happy in a suit and looks great.
Seeing him in
Dave Notice, who has gotten a controversial haircut.
Dang, you put him on blast, too.
But looking good with shirt open. Is it hot out there?
Did not break quarantine.
Did not break
Brad Pitt
quarantine.
in, like that Angelina Jolie movie that he made.
Mr. and Mrs.
Ooh,
Smith?
The Tourist?
No,
Brad Pitt, sorry.
I don't look anything. I look zero like Brad Pitt, but thank you.
I think you look kind of like Brad Pitt.
Strong jawline.
A little
And
bit
now-
like Mark Ronson.
We got Julian Williams in the house in LA.
What kind of suit is that? This is Jake Crew in there.
Nah, this is an
Traveler.
original Lincoln, Nebraska piece that I wore to my childhood friend's wedding in June.
Wow.
Dang,
Wow.
we're in the same
I
suit.
even-
Since you're 12.
Straight up.
Hey man, if it ain't broke, don't fix
Gabby,
it.
let me ask you: this suit you're wearing, is it from the people in Hong Kong?
No, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
different suit. This suit is Rag and Bone.
Oh, I remember this one.
I got this at Tokyo
For Erica's
7
wedding, right?
in the East Village at Pete Volker and Erica Allen's wedding,
Yeah.
or for their
It looks
wedding.
familiar, but what is the suit that you got from the Hong Kong people?
What's that
I'll
suit?
break it out next week. It's a like navy suit. It's got like the full inscription on the inside with my name.
Nice. I can't believe
Yeah.
you hit Julian. If you haven't done that since Euphoria.
Nervous.
Love it.
Well, you got nothing to be nervous about, Matt, because this week it is all about. I'm gonna try. Do people do that for like Britain, like the British flag? It's like bum, bum, bum. Like the Union Jack. Do they do that? That's the thing that tough men do in the streets of London, right? But you know, Matt is not from England, but he is British. He's from the Rhondda of Wales, and he is a rock and roller. So similar to last week, we had Hayden Tobin on the show, or 2 weeks ago, I guess. And Hayden spends his time in LA, and so we did all LA glam rockers. This week is all. Thank you, Erica Allen.
Thanks, Sarah.
This week is all British rock and rollers.
All right.
So let's get right into it. Anyone else got anything they want to talk about before?
Yeah, I totally forgot we did like a British episode, and I feel like I really did poorly in that one, so now I'm stressed.
I think you're going to do great. I will say, yes, this has been a tougher subject for you in the past. There's no denying that, but I think you're going to do great.
I have something to say.
I've been listening
what
to
do you gotta
Pete
say?
all day.
Let's hear it.
I have some tea. It's PG tips with milk.
Thank you, tips.
I want
Oh,
you to see.
staying topical.
Wait, how do we do that? That's the color. That's how
Nice.
As it
What do you
should be.
think? I'm curious, Matt. Can we talk? What do you think about milk and tea? Is it
I would have left the tea
necessity?
bag. I would have left
Oh,
the
yeah.
tea bag for another 20 seconds, but
Oh, shit.
But
I'm
Matt,
trying too hard to impress.
on brand.
but Matt's just drinking a beer, so it doesn't matter.
A pint.
I want to be
Fine.
sharp.
An imperial.
Imperial pint of White Claw.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. That's all. I just wanted to say that.
That's all. All right. We got to keep this under an hour this week for our fans on Instagram. If you're out there, thank you for viewing. Hit subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe. We're going to make this happen. Any day now, we're going to be famous. That's how this all works. All right. So, David, we're going
sir.
back to less or more than 12 million because there's really just not that many
Listen,
Perfect.
British rockers on Cameo.
I just have to bring this up real quick. Boy George,
Uh-huh.
we share a birthday.
Do you?
That's
Yeah,
dope. Boy George's a gangster.
But listen, so I share a birthday with Donald Trump.
Also a Gemini. Interesting.
And it's horrible, but I feel like Boy George cancels it out.
It totally does.
And I feel like Donald Trump tries to get it erased or something.
Matt, it's your birthday week. In 2 days, it's your birthday.
Yeah, May 30th. I share mine with Stephen Malcolmus with Pavement and Tim Burgess from Skeleton.
No one knows who that is.
So good.
These people are not big enough rockers to be on our show tonight, luckily. I share mine, I think, with like Johnny Depp and someone.
Henry Rollins and Jerry Springer.
Wow, is that who you got?
Yeah.
Henry
Dude,
Rollins,
pretty good.
who
I don't know.
is from Hermosa Beach, which is near you. All right, David.
I've Ronan
Boy
Farrow and
George.
Jake Gyllenhaal
Wow, heavy white spinners.
hanging with the boys. Anyway,
Hanging
all
with
right.
the boys.
Okay.
All right, you think Boy George has more or less than $12 million?
Boy George. Like, I feel like it's going to be right on the cusp. And I am going to, I'm going to respectfully say less.
You're
I'm gonna get out of here. Get the fucking-
It is
get outta
not
here.
even on the edge.
The disrespect. The disrespect.
He has $35 million.
All right.
Boy George, icon.
Truly.
Icon. I almost didn't include him because I was like, no, people are going to respect him
Like,
too
it's too
much
easy.
That's what I was going to
to
say.
even do it. But either way, Dave, you got a long game ahead of you. I don't want you to get down on yourself.
Yeah.
We're here for you, David.
All right, Chad.
Thank you.
Chad, would you're a rocker of sorts, you know? You're involved with the rock scene.
Rock and roll lifestyle.
Just because you own a leather jacket don't make you a rocker.
Oh,
Oh.
To be honest,
Yeah,
I haven't
guitar.
had a leather jacket in probably like 5 years.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I
Hey.
gave them all away.
All right, Chad. Let's talk about Johnny Rotten, the lead singer of the Sex Pistols.
Oh, that's a great one, but I'll.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is weird.
I was like, did that dude ever send an invoice?
These are all pro questions. In the audience, let us know what you think Johnny Rotten has. Less or more than $12 million.
I mean, do it quickly.
Maybe less.
Less?
I support it.
Correct. Johnny doesn't send
Nice.
the invoice. He's
Oh
got a
my
million
God,
dollars.
he has one.
Yeah. Which I feel like pretty solid for him. Like,
No, but the
he could've-
thing is,
I guess it could be worse.
In the UK, he, you know, like how in America or Iggy Pop did those car commercials.
Mhm.
Johnny Rotten does one for butter in the UK, so I'm guessing the million came from that. 'Cause
What does he say? He's like, I'm Johnny Rotten. You know what's punk? Fucking butter and toast.
dude, no way.
I can't remember what his catchphrase was, but
They had like a bad licensing deal. He probably got paid $20,000 for the butter commercial.
But he's probably got like an okay one-bedroom apartment, you know, just like the rest of us.
It comes back to like, I was talking. Well, just it's about banter, but someone last night about Richard Hell.
Mm-hmm.
But Richard Hell's like everyone loves him, but like Clayton and I went over to his apartment. It's like 300 years old.
I think a lot of those
You went over to you visited Hell.
guys.
Well, I think the apartment's cool, but you know,
I
for
think-
like,
I think
Marco Lane.
probably
Hey, Marco
legit record deals and whatnot at the time.
but think about Hot Topic. The Sex Pistols should have like some fucking shit.
You'd think that their merch game would be in control, but it's not. All right, Matt, we're going to talk about someone who's not a punk rocker.
Okay.
Some might dispute if they're even a rocker, but I think they're a rocker. Let's talk about not Boy George. No, not sorry, George Michael. R.I.P. Talk about Andrew Ridgely,
Hey.
the other dude in Wham.
Okay.
Less or more?
Interesting.
Ridgely, I reckon less.
Less?
Yeah.
Pretty
Get
disrespectful.
out of here.
Damn it.
You guys.
You got your money in the right place, Marco Lane.
Yep. All right,
I think
Julian.
Michael was more generous than he should have been.
Yeah, maybe he got some songwriting credits, you know? All right, Julian.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Susie Sue of Susie and the Banshees.
Oh, that's hard.
An icon.
Truly.
Less or more than $12 million.
In her Hong Kong garden as we speak.
Precisely.
It's a crazy one.
I feel like that's so
I would not-
cuspy. Out of respect, I have to say more. Fuck. Ugh.
They sold a lot of T-shirts.
So a lot of T-shirts.
Over on the East Village.
Unfortunately, she's only got
I
$4
knew
million.
Yeah, less was the way to play.
Four is
Sorry,
great.
guys.
Four
That's
straight
the
for
thing.
her.
4 is pretty good for her. You
Where
know,
does she live?
where does she live? Probably in London, right?
But
4 million? I don't know.
What can
4
that get
million?
you on?
I don't know. Outside town in the Shire,
Yeah.
Shy, what is? Okay.
in the Dakotas. Who knows?
Um,
All right. So after that round, Chad was the only one to get anything right that round, unfortunately.
yeah, it's
guys.
rough.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Unfortunate is correct.
But, you know, we got a lot more rounds to go.
A lot of game to play.
A lot
Matt,
of-
what's your favorite candy bar? English candy bar.
Crunchy.
I love crunchy. I think that's my
Crunchy's
favorite
a good
too.
one. Great choice.
Crunchy's great. Crunchy and curly whirly.
That's my
That's
life.
a good one.
All right, guys. When we come back, it's going to be the real round.
Whew.
It's hot here. Is it hot wherever y'all are?
Yeah, it's fucking steaming. I got the AC blasting. AC
Dang,
going.
bro.
I know. Why do you want us to wear suits then?
Feel like it's snowing.
I
Why
like
I want you to wear suits?
the
Because I want y'all to
Obama
look good.
suit.
I want y'all to look good.
I saw Ryan. Everyone thinks that someone died.
Hey,
It's not my fault
John
that you went to the bodega wearing a suit.
Well, the full thing. You can't just wear the shorts. I'm not like that.
Wait, are you wearing shorts?
No,
You look like AC/DC.
I'm also wearing Sasha's tie, and I'll call her out because she's like, I would never have a basic tie like this. And
I'll tell you what.
I was like, it's all
I remember looking for, I think maybe for Jeff's wedding, just a plain black tie like this, and very hard to find. I had to ask someone at Zara or wherever I
we
went.
don't have them. I have like 40 of them, but they're in some box somewhere.
Why do you have 40?
What? What's going on?
40 ties?
Sasha said everyone stand up.
Julian.
Julian, did you already stand?
I already stood.
I'm wearing-
David was shocked by my stand game.
Not gonna. Wait, you want to see my crotch? I'm
I'm wearing
pants.
sweats. I'm sorry.
I'm rocking a running short, as you will all
Julian.
notice.
Hey man, pro move.
Every opportunity you get.
You
All
know.
right, guys. So for
Hey,
today's episode, we're
you
gonna
should-
get in the heavy
you should-
hitters. These people,
Okay.
you know, they're all real big time British rockers, well known.
Sorry.
I had a lot of options because when you ask the internet, like, who are the biggest British rockers, you get a decent amount of nerd bullshit, in my opinion, because a lot of people are like, oh, like Pink Floyd, they rule. Led Zeppelin. You know what I think? I'm not really into those bands, and I
Are
don't
they
think you
English?
are either. Yeah, those are all English bands, British bands. What, Matt? You think that's funny? It is funny.
Robin and Chad didn't know they were English.
Exactly. That's
no,
my
I
point.
was
think
honestly, I was like, let's
you
definitely.
guys, our audience doesn't want that. I don't want to do that. So these are all even more notable. People might not think they're the best musicians, but they might be some of the richest British rockers. So,
Better musicians, but they're just bad.
well, they're going to be great.
If there's one person on here that I feel like is going to come up and I'm going to scream, we'll talk about it when we get there.
All right, we'll talk about it when we get there. It's not
Majority.
Gary Glitter. I said that. No, it's not him. All right, David.
Yes.
Let's talk about one of my favorite British rockers. Let's talk about Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, wow. So much money.
Do you think Ozzy Osbourne has $70 million, $150 million, or $220 million?
Whoa.
Ozzy Osbourne has so much money, I feel. Also, my bar, I posted on Instagram my poster from my bar mitzvah, and it was David live from Ozfest was the theme. So I have a soft spot for Mr. Osbourne. What was it again? 150 or what?
It was 70, 150, or 220.
Also, like, I wonder how much keeping it up with the Osbourne. I mean, that was a compound. That was like
Yeah, I mean, that
was a
gave us-
100. I mean, I feel like if you have a compound, you have 100 or more for sure. So we're
I
gonna.
mean, that dude partied.
There's an
But
epic
Sharon
story-
Osbourne's good with her money. I feel like
Really
like,
good.
There's that epic
Yeah.
story of Ozzy snorting a line of ants in the desert of Texas
Why would you do that?
I think
because
that
he was partying, man.
I think that was on the poolside in Tampa, actually, with the Motley Crue.
I'm gonna say the middle. I feel like I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna say 120.
You are gonna regret it, David. I'm sorry.
Is it 2?
He's got 220.
Dang.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
some quick story, and maybe Matt told me this. There's someone who's involved with like music people, that Ozzy Osbourne, he's a kind of like paralytic and is like speaking or whatever on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 years ago, like someone just like, he went to the doctor and they're like, oh, you should just take this, and now he's just completely fine.
He
Really?
doesn't
Oh,
talk
really?
like.
What did they give him?
No, I think he's just completely fine now. He just had something wrong, like he needed like some kind of stabilizer.
Yeah. Should I do
Weird.
the rest of the show?
I feel like
220 million. That's a lot. Like that means
That's a lot.
that means there's like
That's
10
Sharon,
people.
baby.
10
Ozzy
people.
Osbourne is literally like the most famous metal dude ever.
10 people's full-time job is to like operate his yacht. Like that's a lot.
Dude,
That's-
Ozzy Osbourne definitely doesn't like to go on a yacht.
He has
Okay,
one. You
yeah,
have
the
to
last
have one.
bit.
If you have that much money, you need to put it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's
Definitely, yeah.
Sharon, baby. That's Sharon.
Sharon's got him in check.
Okay.
All right.
He never
Chad.
goes on yachts. He's too paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's he doesn't have a
That
yacht.
was fun from a Black Sabbath song, but
Ah.
never mind.
All right, Chad, let's talk about someone from your favorite band. Let's talk about Mr. Ringo Starr.
Heavy hitters.
Whoa.
Chad, for your reference, this is the drummer in the Beatles.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, the thing is, I was going to say is like, is that the Edge?
All right, Chad, do you think
Oh.
Mr. Ringo Starr has $200 million, $350 million, or $500 million?
It's such a hard one. What is it? Two,
2, 350, or 500?
3. What do you say, Sasha? 500.
500? Very respectful, but incorrect. Ringo wasn't writing the songs. He's only got 350.
Sasha.
That's a lot for drumming.
That's a lot for drumming, not
That's
writing
A
the
lot for
songs.
drumming. A
That's
lot for
a
drumming.
lot of money for drumming.
But he literally looks like the Edge.
Oh, but he does. He has some like solo.
The
Yeah.
Edge looks better than him.
The Edge
Edge
is
makes
much
better music
looking
and looks better than
Ringo
him.
Starr.
Gabby, you met the Edge, didn't you?
Yeah, he was at that dinner.
No, but they introduced the Edge with his real name.
Yeah, it's very confusing because they're like, "Oh, this is like George."
Oh yeah, I'm like he has a
and
name.
then, like,
He's
you kind of
illegally
look at
changed
him-
it.
Because when you see the Edge and they don't like this is the Edge, and he's not wearing the beanie as he's worn for the past like 25 years, you're just like,
Ooh.
"Who's this dude?" And you're just like, "Oh shit, hi, nice to
Dang.
meet you."
That's, that's quite a name to claim.
Gabby.
Yeah.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, take it easy. All right, Matt.
Yeah.
Let's talk about one of the premier British rockers. Let's talk about Mick Jagger.
Oh, so much money.
So much money, or does he? He partied. Okay, do you think Mick's got 175, 350, or 500?
How much did Ringo have?
Ringo had $350 million.
I reckon Mick's the top one. What was the top one? 500?
500.
Yeah.
Mick's not in the Beatles, though, you know.
I know,
all
but
true.
he's got songwriting credits on all the Rolling Stones songs. I guess he has a lot of children, but I don't imagine he would spend that much money. I'll go for 500.
500?
Yeah.
Very respectful. Very correct, Matthew Hitt.
Wow, wow,
He
wow,
should have
wow.
more.
I'm honestly surprised. I considered making
That's a
500
lot.
like the middle one because he
Right.
could have
Well, I
quite a
guess
bit of money.
they did tour a shitload still, and
No, true.
songwriting's on all of them. So
I love the Rolling Stone tours because they're all now sponsored by like old people shit.
Yeah.
Like their last tour was sponsored by like TIAA Cref retirement funds.
No way.
Yeah, it's
Oh
so
my
good.
God.
No, with that said, like get paid. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
I saw them play in Nashville a few years ago. My friend Mickey got me tickets for it, and we were like pretty close. And they were wearing like very sharp suits, and Ronnie Wood was wearing like a cut off T-shirt and whatever, and they looked awesome. But then if you look at their feet, they were wearing those like orthopedic old man sneakers.
Very hardcore.
That's what like fucking the vaccines wear.
That's true too.
Well, no, but
Call 'em out.
you can't just no, but I mean, just I saw like maybe not the vaccines, but I saw like
I don't think they wear.
Arctic monkeys. You know, they're wearing fucking Nikes. You gotta run around getting old.
Hey, I feel you.
But Matt, have you met?
I mean, look at you made the transition.
Yeah, have you met Mick Jagger? I'm talking to Matt.
Never met him. No.
Oh.
My closest interaction was Charlie Watts was coming out of a toilet when I was going in one.
I have a story, but I don't
Not
think
bad. It's not bad.
I wouldn't do
All
his
right,
house.
Julian, let's talk about arguably the other half of the Rolling Stones. Let's talk about Keith Richards.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think Keith has 150, 325, or $500 million?
Was this the same breakdown that Mick got?
Mick had 175, 350, or 500.
Jiminy. Christmas. 350.
350. Julian, I'm sorry.
No.
Keith's caked up.
500. I should have done it.
How?
How? Matt, you want to talk about it?
Well, I guess
The same way Mick Jagger does.
the Richest Jagger songwriting split probably meant they made the same money and still do.
Yeah.
And that's one of the keys when it comes to rock and roll.
But I mean,
That's
like,
credit.
everything's like having 500 is fucking sick because it's like could have $1 billion, whatever, but like living in exile.
Well, I love
Main Street.
Keith. Yeah. Well, ching ching, Matt. I got that one. I love Keith Richards' thing. He's like, it's okay to do like a little bit of heroin every day. You just can never eat cheese.
Well, listen,
That's like his big thing.
just to bring it up for whoever is viewing this, they should watch the what is Matt Sweeney's thing called? Guitar.
Heavy jams.
Oh, guitar. Fuck. What is it?
Yeah,
Guitar
exactly.
Hero.
I think Vice did it.
No, but it's called a guitar. Fuck, you have to fucking look it up. But
We'll
he does.
talk about it later.
Well, listen, no, this is important.
Okay.
He does a good one with Keith Richards, and it's like fucking cool because Keith Richards is like, I'm not gonna play a song for you, and just chain smoke cigarettes. But he like tells a lot about shit, and we all know Matt Sweeney, and like it's fucking legendary.
Sounds sick. In the comments, let us know if you find that link and what the show is called. David, are you ready?
Yeah, I got to redeem myself. I've been on a
redeem
real
yourself.
dry spell.
Speaking
Speaking of dry spell. I think Mr. Tantric Sting over there.
exactly.
Desert Rose, perhaps?
Exactly. It's
All right.
like a desert
Isn't
rose.
it weird that everyone just like knows that about him? Like, oh, he has crazy sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is one of the
Right.
I only know what tantric sex is because of Sting.
Why do I know that? What like? Yeah.
Because of what?
Why do we like know about his sex life or like?
I think he's been very vocal about his tantric sex.
And
I
because
know
your
it.
mom's into Sting. Everybody's
Yeah.
mom's into Sting.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's mom's in the Sting.
Moms are so horny for Sting,
Mhm.
and I get it.
Cool dude. Also,
great.
Matt Sweeney's show is just called Guitar Moves.
Yeah.
All right,
All right,
ready,
David,
Bobby.
you think Sting has $145 million,
mm-hmm.
$225 million, or $400 million?
400. How much? 40?
No, just 400.
400.
Just 400.
Well, Ozzy had 220,
Mm-hmm.
so that's useful, and Ringo had 350. So I'm just trying to position. 440 feels like a lot.
No, it's not 440.
All right. 200 or whatever.
It's also not an option.
What were the others?
145,
Yeah,
225,
225,
400.
225.
Um, 225. I'm sorry. He's got 400.
Oh,
It's insane. But I mean, he's
Pretty
really
fucking nuts.
like a genre.
It's a lot of tantric sex.
400?
The
We-
police, dog. The police, dog.
Sex.
Hits. So many hits.
He had a lot of hits.
He famously fucked over the police, right? Not as in fuck the police, but the band.
In what way?
That he took the vast majority of the money from that band before
Sorry, what's the story?
solo career.
How did it work?
How does what work?
No, how did he take the? What's the story?
Oh, I it's just that the other guys hated him because I guess his name was on the contract, and similar to Morrissey and Marsh.
So classic musician shit.
Yeah.
Some might say the other members of the police got stung.
Oh,
All right,
gosh.
Chad.
we're fucked. I'm
Notice I
I'm
feel you.
so
We're
bad
coming
at
back.
this.
Notice.
I'm so bad at this game now. I'm kind of.
You're in a drought, but it's okay. You're not out of it.
All right. Sorry. All right.
All right, Chad. Let's talk about one of my favorite British rockers. Let's talk about Annie Lennox.
Wow, great pick.
Okay, there's something.
I thought you were going to say something. Do you think Annie Lennox has $20 million, $60 million, or $90 million?
60.
Wow, pro player, no hesitation, on the money. Annie
I
Lennox.
think it's a little bit. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that was obvious. That was obvious.
Was it obvious?
We'll
Yes.
keep going.
I wouldn't have assumed.
I know, sorry.
I wouldn't have assumed that Annie Lennox has less money than Boy George, or sorry, has.
She
Yeah.
doesn't.
Sorry. I'm wrong.
How much did Boy George have?
2 times.
But Boy George had 35. Yeah, like
I'm spreading
that makes-
fib.
But
I'm
Annie
sorry.
Lennox is like an iconic.
right.
She's
And
like really a facet of humanity. Boy George is like, you know,
A legend in his own right.
no
His own
disrespect, but like Boy George,
Yeah.
he wasn't out there making money.
He wasn't walking on broken glass.
He was making art.
Ross.
He was an artist. Not that
It's true.
anyone, but
He does share a birthday with someone who looks bad in a suit, though, and Donald Trump.
Whoa, spicy in here.
Only joking. That was just for the gag. Sorry, Chad. That was just
well,
for
man,
the gag.
like
how many points have you had?
First off, that's a White Claw.
No, this is fine. This is fine.
Yeah, it's
Matt, how
hard
dare
cider.
you? That's so mean.
I got the White Claw for dessert.
Chad, you look great.
I know I do.
You look great. I literally just did it because the joke was so obvious. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
That was
I'm going to be mean to a black market in a while.
That was some wit. That was some real wit.
All right, let's move on. All right, Matt,
Jesus Christ.
Wit on display.
let's talk about Mick Fleetwood.
Oof.
Do you think Mick Fleetwood has $20 million, $60 million, or $90 million?
90?
90?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Matt.
It seems so
What
obvious.
do you guys think? What does everyone else think?
60.
Does he only have 20?
Mick's only got 20.
Woo! Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine
I guess
is-
it's really expensive back then.
yeah.
Yes.
What's crazy too is he's got his own restaurant in Hawaii. I feel like you can barely do that with $20 million.
Hawaii's cheap as shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's not. It's kind of is.
I mean, to
Yeah.
buy something there's probably pretty cheap.
Might be. All right. Julian,
Yes.
let's talk about another of my favorite British rockers.
Okay.
And maybe this person didn't party that hard, but maybe he did, and it's just like a subtle partier. As Chad once said, maybe he calls it in. Let's talk about Phil Collins.
My king.
Really?
Yes. Well, give me my numbers. I'll know this
Give me your
instantly.
numbers.
I read his autobiography literally like a
my
month it came out, dog.
Oh my god! I bet it's pretty intense.
And
because-
yes, he did party. He's literally almost dead due to alcoholism
wow,
that
nice.
he developed at the age of like 60.
Six.
Fine.
No, seriously. He
Okay.
on tour, he can't even stand. He can't play drums. He sits in a chair and sings.
But this is like Post Malone.
You say like Post Malone?
Yeah, that's what you just
Yes,
said.
they are both legends. They are both icons, major hit makers, and
Can't stand.
big fucking Julian Williams supporters.
Julian stands for Phil Collins. Is
He does.
Post Mal-
And
Is
Post
Phil-
Malone.
is
And
Post
Phil-
Malone Audience, let us know. Is Post Malone the modern Phil Collins?
Honestly, not no. Not no.
Honestly,
Not
not
no.
no.
Not no.
Not no.
I'd say no.
I would listen. I would listen to a Phil Collins rendition of "Congratulations."
That's an
I
interesting.
would certainly listen to Post Malone's rendition of many Phil Collins hits.
You should do it, man. Imagine you show up to a Post Malone concert and then he just starts doing "In the Air Tonight."
He would do that. That's a great post.
That could be good.
That's a great post cover.
That's in the vocal range.
So let's get to the numbers. Julian, you think he's got 120, 260, or 340?
260.
You're a legend, Julian. Because that was so fucking hard. That was.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
That was so hard.
Take a look at me now.
And you're a pro player.
That was a masterclass.
That was a masterclass in what are they worth? Well done, Julian.
Phil Collins killing his wife.
What?
He killed his wife?
Are you reading?
Really, Phil Collins' claim to fame. Are you insane?
What?
That is the dumbest thing you have ever said on this fucking podcast.
Is this a Trump? Is this a Trump?
As his claim to fame?
Is this a Trump tweet?
Did he actually kill his wife?
No, but his wife fell off a boat. Like it was sketchy.
Are you crazy?
Are you thinking of the Eric Clapton joke?
No.
Are you thinking of Natalie Wood?
Dude.
Audience, do a little research for us. Did Phil Collins kill his wife or not?
As a person who read the book,
nah. Well, he's not going to put that in his autobiography. Bro.
Well, he put some pretty dark shit in there.
Okay.
Wasn't cute.
Phil Collins,
Chapter 3, when I killed my wife.
No, but there's a whole fucking controversy about it because his wife.
I think what you're referring to is the urban legend that In the Air Tonight is about him seeing a friend drown. I didn't do anything.
That song came out.
I thought the urban legend or that In the Air Tonight is about him divorcing or him and his wife becoming divorced.
It is, but the urban legend.
Yeah, exactly. The Phil Collins, If I Did It.
Another great read. Yeah. Another great read.
Oh man, we could do a whole OJ.
I'm gonna go into it because his Wikipedia is written by. He definitely has the best social media manager.
Wow, who knew Phil Collins would be the most explosive one of the?
Honestly, this is who I was thinking of. I was kind of surprised you didn't save him for the final banger.
I'm just saying.
Oh no, the final banger is it's arguably the most controversial person in rock and roll history. I would say the most controversial person. In rock
Phil Collins English even?
Yes.
What do you get more money if you're knighted? Does that increase your rate?
Who is the most controversial person in all of?
You're about to find out, dog.
Golly, I'm waiting with bated breath.
All right, let's talk about someone who. Oh God, this is horrible. Let's talk about Eric Clapton.
Oh,
that's so funny.
Oh, it's an inside joke between me and Matt. We're not going to talk about it.
I hope y'all aren't talking about drugs. Oh, I hope y'all aren't making that fucking sad joke.
Yep.
We all know that joke. It's pretty funny. Let's be real.
I didn't do this on purpose. All right, David. Eric Clapton.
I love Eric Clapton.
$100 million, $200 million, or $300 million?
I keep getting these. It's like I've been burned by not being respectful 3 times, but I don't know if I fall into the same trap here. 300. I'm gonna 300.
Dave, whenever you're in doubt, always put respect on someone.
Thank you, Eric Clapton. No tears in heaven tonight.
Yep.
Exactly.
Bottles in heaven.
Yeah, Audience, if you want to turn What Are They Worth into a drinking game, I highly recommend you do it. My suggestions would be, anytime someone gets something wrong, you should drink for 10 seconds. Every time someone gets something right, you should drink for 20 seconds.
Let's Mark and Lane playing videos.
Every time I tell you to subscribe, maybe drink for a minute. Every time we have to shy away from a story because it's too indicting of someone, either us or someone we know, drink for 2 minutes. All right, Chad. Let's talk about another. I'd say I was just listening to him today, and I think this guy, for someone who I think probably never had any problems with the ladies, he really writes his songs about heartbreak and loneliness from a real place. Let's talk about Rod Stewart.
Let me tell you this, just fucking
please
up front.
tell you up front.
Please, what on earth could you have to tell us up front about Rod Stewart, Chad?
Listen, dude, I was fucking borrowing the Drowners van for a photo shoot for like Race Hartzell in Georgia and shit, and I had to go to the Tommy Hilfiger store with the Drowners, Matt Head included. They're like DJing or something.
Wait, Drowners were DJing at the Tommy Hilfiger store?
Oh, I know the story you're gonna tell. No, I think we were just invited to go there.
But dude, you were playing music or someone was DJing.
Is there a Tommy Hilfiger store?
I'm sorry, but Chad. Wait, but you are borrowing the van to go there, or the van is separate
I was going to get keys from Eric.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
we go outside. No, Matt, you were DJing or something.
Oh, maybe we were.
It's not a bad thing.
No, I remember.
And I walked outside. We were like smoking cigarettes or something, and fucking Rod Stewart walks by with this like young hot girl, and I said, "Yo, this Rod Stewart. We have to take a photo." And all of y'all are like, "No, we don't take photos with anyone." And I was like, "It's Rod Stewart. We have to take a picture with him." But he looks exactly like Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
I was mad about it.
I would be mad about it too. Matt, were you there when Rod was at St. Diphnus?
No, I remember that.
I must have been abroad.
Yeah.
No.
How did that happen?
We walked in there because I remember Allison Schiffman texted me. She's like, "Rod Stewart's at St. Diphnus."
But at the same time, okay, Rod's very distinct looking, but there's a lot of older British men who could walk into a bar in America and be like, I'm Rod Stewart. For sure.
He literally dresses like, it's like, you see Mick Jagger, you see Rod Stewart, that's who it is.
Yeah. No, totally. All right, so you think Rod has... Hold on. Shit. Fuck. I wrote this wrong.
What was Rod Stewart doing at Diphnus?
Having a pint.
Probably getting blackout drunk with his like 6'5" girlfriend. He's a tiny man.
Living the dream.
All right, Chad, you think Rod's got 100, 200, or 300?
What do you think, Sasha?
Oh, wow.
What'd Sasha say?
300.
Sasha, did you right this time,
Sasha,
Chad?
she did it right the last time, too. She's great.
Great.
No, she didn't.
Wish I had a Sasha at my house.
Well done, Chad. Well done. I wrote it wrong in the sheet. It says he has 500, but he doesn't. He only has 300. But 300 is pretty fucking good.
300 is great.
About this because Matt was like, "No, we're not taking a photo with him." I was like, "Dude, it's Rod Stewart." Like,
it's Rod Stewart.
But he looked exactly like that. He's like wearing his.
That's a great picture to have. Like, if I could have a photo of
he's wearing like a
he's up there.
children's suit.
Yeah.
He fits in a children's size.
Rod Stewart loves trains and building model train cities and pays for an extra hotel room whenever he's on tour. And they just bring all his model trains with him and the sets. And he spends all his free time creating model trains. And Rod Stewart's like a very amazing human. And he like
that's true, but
he's like, I love painting the like grime of the cities and the lower class areas, because that's the kind of man I am, and all that kind of stuff.
I heard a story about him once. When he goes for dinner, he'll move the table like 4 inches every time the waiter leaves. So by the end of he would have started sitting over here, and then by the end of the meal, he's sitting over here.
That's actually cute.
That's fun.
Is there a reason? He just does that for fun?
That's the thing. Is like Rod would be such a fun dude to hang out. He'd be at dinner and be like, "Hey, mate, want to do this little game I play?" Every time. Just pick
that's
it up.
why I was trying to get Matt and Eric to take a
photo. 4 inches. Like, man, we would have such a good time with Rod. I'm just
Matt
saying.
hit Rob with Rod Stewart.
I want to sing some guys of All the Luck next time we're at karaoke.
There's a great Camera of Sarah cover, you know that.
I know. All right, Matt. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Mr. Cat Stevens.
Cat Stevens is British?
What? He is, a.k.a. Yusuf Islam.
Hey.
I did not think he was English.
He is. A fun fact. Yes, as Danielle said, Rod is everyone's funny uncle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Matt, do you think Yusuf Islam, a.k.a. Cat Stevens, who I was just listening to, well, I don't want to give it away. 20, 60,
Oh yeah, don't do it, Gabi.
or
Don't do it.
$90 million.
20.
Pro player, Matt.
Good one.
Well done. No hesitation.
Yeah, no
Right in
shit,
there.
dog. What the fuck? Nobody thinks
$20
he got
million.
money.
He can't have more than
He's
Mickey.
known for a Sheryl Crow song.
But he wrote that song. That's the key.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know
We
any
were
other
talking about the songwriting things, and he wrote "First Cut Is the Deepest," which also Rod Stewart does an amazing cover of.
Wait.
Cat Stevens has a ton of it.
Like what?
Cat Stevens wrote "First Cut Is the Deepest."
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you are acting with this fucking common knowledge.
He wrote that song.
Everything is
I
common
had to
knowledge.
look it up because I was listening to a reggae cover of the song the other day.
Hey, reggae.
I think
Okay, first of all, we all know that it is Sheryl Crow who put her fine stamp on it.
I
Love
think
Sheryl
there's a
Crow.
lot of disrespect for Cat Stevens right now.
Well, because it's
You know what I say? It's anti-Islamic
Yeah,
bigotry.
maybe. I don't know. I think Cat Stevens is great.
You guys have all seen Harold and Maude, right?
I've seen
Yeah.
it.
It was him that did the music for it, right?
Mm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in the VW.
Oh, Wild World, right?
Yep. Oh,
Wasn't that him?
baby, it's a wild world.
Right. Okay.
Why did
There
I think
was-
it's Paul Simon? Maybe that's The Graduate. I mean, that's definitely The Graduate. But
When I was
the Beatles do that now.
when I was in college, there was a girl who was dating a friend of mine named Cat Stevens, and I just thought I thought it was the funniest thing ever, and I would try and make a joke like, "Oh, blah blah, still dating Yusuf Islam, huh?" And nobody got it.
Yeah, Gabi. Oh, that's so funny.
I was just like, no one thinks this is fucking funny, like ridiculous. All right, Julian, let's talk about the second. Okay, this is a very controversial person.
Okay,
But not
the most controversial person.
Not
in
the most
music?
controversial person in rock and roll.
Okay.
Let's talk about Morrissey,
oh,
who I debated not putting in because
I don't know why I have them.
Irish blood, English heart. Is that the term?
Yes, I remember rocking that and going to senior year of high school in my Jeep Cherokee.
There you go.
That was the last, I think, Morrissey album that was kind of relevant.
Well, Julian,
Actually not, but
do you think? And I'd love to know. I would love to know Matt and Chad's opinion on this. Do you think Morrissey has $20 million, $50 million, or $95 million?
20.
20? I'm sorry.
I ain't giving him more. I'm not giving him more.
That's a
doing that.
great disrespect.
Sorry.
50 million on Morrissey, though. I'm sorry.
Good for him. Love the Smiths. Love the
What do you
Smiths.
think, Chad? Chad, did you know that?
what, they did $50 million? Yes. I don't know if
Yeah, you knew that.
problematic.
You know, that's what I get, though. I should have just fucking let Chad do it for me. So at least I need the points, if I'm being honest. But
I was about to text you.
I know, shit. This is what happens when you let pride get in your way, kids. Learn something from this.
I would have said 20 as well.
I know.
Morrissey, there's,
I didn't even want to weigh it out. I was just like, fuck.
Morrissey's a thing. I'm not an apologist for him.
An amateur psychologist.
True.
The apologist.
No, I've paid Sasha and I's rent fucking selling all my Morrissey t-shirts. So.
Oh,
Wow.
gosh, really?
Well done.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk
All right,
about it on
guys.
Patreon.
We'll talk about it in the
Work
paper.
hard.
I'm gonna do some math when we come back. We're gonna talk about the most controversial person in rock and roll history.
Oh God, I feel like there's not a lot of math to do.
can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm gonna- Sorry.
God, were they vintage Morrissey shirts or the ones you made?
What's up?
Were the Morrissey shirts vintage ones or the ones you made?
No, I do have so many old Morrissey and Switzerlands, but
Right.
can't wear them because they're old, and Morrissey's a problematic person.
Mhm.
True.
They're worth like $400 each.
Damn.
Anyway.
All right. So, David, you have 5 points.
Thank you, Eric Clapton.
Chad, you have.
Dude, I'm getting text.
Chad, you've got
Phil
7
Collins
points. What's
Phil
that?
Collins did kill his wife.
Says who?
That's literally a
What?
thing, guys.
You got a text saying
fuck are
Phil
you
Collins
talking
did
about?
kill his wife?
Who texted you that?
Bill Collins.
Yeah,
was
David
it
Tell
Mays.
them to text you the article on Google.com
Yeah.
that verifies said information, please.
Well, you're losing.
All right.
Not here.
Well, going into the final round, it's really anyone's game. We've got Julian and David tied with 5 points. We've got Chad with 7 points. And we've got Matt Hitt with 10 points.
Wow.
Wow.
Strong challenger.
Did Matt
done,
win
yeah.
when he was the original guest?
Matt, when you were a guest the first time, did you win?
I don't think so.
How do we?
All I remember from the first time I was a guest was Chad and I were at Dimfner's, and I think the Cronenberg rep was there about an hour before we were supposed to record the show.
This is very true.
All of the free Cronenberg the guy would give us.
Man, what a great beer.
I don't remember much.
Oh, what's the best beer?
Cronenberg.
All right, we got a little time. Who do you guys think the most controversial person in rock and roll
Like,
is?
honestly, who could this? It's not Gary Glitter.
It's not Gary Glitter. Although Gary Glitter's not controversial. Everyone knows.
Yeah, he's just wrong. Yeah.
He's just
Gary
wrong.
Glitter's also not like someone who's considered.
Yeah.
You have to
Not
be
wrong.
like really into music to like
The most
consider.
controversial.
Chad, who do you think the most controversial person in rock and roll history is?
I'm trying to think about it. Like rock and roll is just
So they're alive.
They're alive. Audience, who do you think the most controversial person in rock and roll
Pick a gun off
history is?
me. I don't know.
I have a suspicion.
Who would say it? Please.
Yeah. It's
Is
mine.
it Mel?
Are they what?
Oh,
Well,
oh, are you talking about the
They're
band?
not Welsh.
The
Oh.
band. What
in
is
that
the band?
case, in that case, you must be talking about the second most controversial person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Matt. What is the
Besides
band?
Matt Hitt.
But Matt, what is a band from Wales? The dude who's like a pedophile.
That's who I thought you were talking about. Yeah,
This
yeah.
person-
oh, that bit.
What is
to
it
be
called?
clear, this person is not controversial because they're a pedophile.
Can you just tell me what the band is on that?
Can
What
you
is
give
it?
us a
I
hint?
don't even want to grace their name by mentioning it.
I don't even remember the band's name, but I just know who you're talking about.
Oh
This
my
person, I'll tell you, is not even in a band.
Is this a famous person?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
did,
what makes them a rocker if they're not in a band?
do they have a lot of money?
Not all rock and rollers are in bands. We can all attest to this.
It's better. Is it Simon Cowell?
No.
Simon
Oh.
Cowell's not the most audience. Let us know who might come.
Like
Most
who's
He's the most
controversial?
controversial American.
We already
rocker.
did- if-
Gallagher.
We did an Oasis person.
All right. Are you guys? Do you guys just want me to tell you?
I almost want to because this is crazy.
Sparkle in. Calvin Harris is extremely controversial, but it is not Calvin Harris. It is also not Ted Nugent, though.
Can you give us a hint?
Diplo.
It's a woman.
Okay.
It's a woman.
It's a woman.
Madonna.
The doctor's a woman.
Madonna's not English.
Madonna's not British.
She just pretends she is.
This person
True.
also is tangentially British.
Yoko Ono?
Ding, ding,
Whoa.
ding. We
Get the
about-
fuck out
Oh,
of
no.
here.
He
Oh,
gets.
no.
I hate this.
I thought
This
you
is good.
Good
What's
job,
the-
Robbie.
Crazy. It's crazy. Though.
Wait, so how do we even do? Like, are we?
You know, that's what
Are we
I'm
valu-
saying.
Are we valuing the Lennon estate?
Essentially, we're
I'm saying when you go to celebritynetworth.com or your favorite network
Yeah.
website for me, and you type in Yoko Ono, how much it says her net worth is.
Is it the
You
Lennon?
know what's funny, Gabi? I actually did know that that's what you were asking. That's not what David asked you.
You asked- oh, David, what did you ask?
I think I was more just. It was like I was just thinking out loud. It was more of a
To be-
rhetorical question.
Yes.
Like, how do we
calculate this? How do we even rationalize this?
Yeah,
You're pro players. That's your problem. I have faith in you guys.
Does she have some stuff in the Guggenheim? Maybe she's made some money on that.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like she's maybe, but she's also spent a lot of money. Like, who the fuck knows?
Probably supporting Sean.
Yeah, I mean, Sean Lennon must be expensive.
Where's Julian Lennon at?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
As a reminder, David, you've got 5. Julian, you've got 5. Matt, you've got 10, and Chad, and wherever he is, has 7.
Where is Chad?
I don't know. But so in this round, wager however many points you want to bet.
Holy shit.
And how much you think Yoko Ono has. Going over is okay. Matt, if you've got a piece of paper, write down your wager and your bet. As the rest of you should as well. Yeah, you can write it on your hand if you like.
While we have this time, in the comments, we're thinking about doing some bonus episodes during the week. I want to take the load off of Gabi's hands, and maybe I'll host a couple, just like topical things, whatever y'all are feeling. So just like if you got ideas,
what would have done
What's he think
this week? Like Lana Del Rey, who would have been the one?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Lana Del Rey,
exactly.
Doja Cat.
Everyone mentioned.
What did see? This is great for the book. Next week we should do a roundup. Let's just do
roundup. That's it. Roundup episode. Yeah, I like
roundup episode of What Are They Worth?
Yeah.
Wait, can I quickly ask? Can I ask what you said Ringo Starr was worth? I'm gonna do
350.
Smart play, Matt. Smart play.
What was it?
350 on Ringo.
350. Okay.
I thought it was 320. Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a pen.
All right, get a pen.
Love you, Sasha. Love
in
you,
in the comments, let us know. I'm sorry, Mike. It is complex, but that's part of the beauty of it. In the comments, let us know how much you think Yoko Ono has.
Seriously.
Also, if you haven't hit subscribe, hit subscribe. If you're watching this on Instagram, hit us up and give us
if you're watching like on your mom's computer or something, log into her YouTube, subscribe.
Exactly. If you've got some Gmail burner accounts,
log
into those.
Look at these numbers.
That's what I've done. And you
just
can
leave us on streaming on repeat. Just like turn it down low.
A fun thing to do is to load up our videos on YouTube tomorrow and relive all of this and just hit refresh like 10 times as you do that. And it ups the numbers.
That's what I do on a Friday morning.
Guys, we've got some good numbers coming in. A big range. 450 from Laura Del Piano. 800 from Michael Cummings. Got Camila G with 500 million.
Hi, Camila.
Right. What do you guys think? All right, you guys ready?
How do we do it? Hold it up to the screen.
Hold it up to the screen.
Okay.
Mr. Ramirez says 203 million. 300 million.
When do we hold it up?
All right, David, let's start with you. Everyone hold yours up, and then I'll put them on screen.
All right. Oh, shit. Mine disappeared. Hold on.
All right. We've got Matt Hitt says 600 million.
Matt,
how many points do you wager?
What do people normally do? I feel like I should just do all of them.
No, it's a math. You have to do it, man.
So you have 10 points. You're in the lead, and I think the second place has 7.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna bet all my 10 points.
Wow.
I love it. Going for it. All right, David. David says 700 million. How many?
Oh, Jesus! I'm so dumb.
5 points.
All right.
5 points. David says. All right, Julian.
I say 5 points, 500.
5 points.
Even though I regret it now.
What is that app you have?
This is if you just turn into the side.
Chad, what do you got?
I feel like
75 and 3.
I feel like I fucked up too, Chad. We went
well, I'll tell you what, guys. Someone in our midst was going through a bit of a dry spell.
What?
Got it on the money because Dave knows he's champion of What Are They Worth.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
A comeback victory.
Wow.
Well done. Wow.
Yo.
You know, Dave.
Speech.
Yeah. How do you feel? Let us know. Give me what you're thinking about. You look good with that haircut.
I don't. Thank you. I don't even know where to begin. It's been rough. But I was just thinking about that Lennon McCartney cred. Those have been selling real well. Those Beatles albums.
I hear they're doing well.
They're pretty popular.
The Beatles work.
I know Paul must have about 1 billion. But you know, she's got Sean working now. Sean's contributing to the estate. I'm sure they have a lot of art purchased back in the day.
Damn.
Probably. So no need to pay for real estate.
Yeah. Does she still live in Dakota?
I don't know. I hope not.
Where John was.
Oh, maybe John lives there. I don't know.
Love you.
David, I'll let you know. There was a time today yesterday and today as I was building this episode, as our viewers have noted, David is a great player, but has had a tough time.
Wait, what are you saying, guys? What are you like?
David's about to. My God, we're also waiting for.
There's a time when I thought about, should I go easy on him? But then I thought, no. David needs to, earn it, and I believe in him, and I don't need to take it easy on him. And you rewarded that faith that I had in you.
I will say I do
for a Venmo bar tabs from.
I tend to do well in the final one. I think that's my strength.
That is your strength.
I get thrown off when there are options.
Yeah.
Hey man, I once heard that when a black man's ready to change his life, he gets a haircut. Maybe it's not just about a black man.
Thank you, Julian.
It's true for Jews too.
Wow.
Matt, thank you for being on the show this week. How does it feel to be back?
It feels great. Thanks for having me. I'm a bit gutted about. Well, did I beat Chad? I kind of just wanted to beat Chad.
Unfortunately, you did not beat Chad.
You were the second closest.
We'll do Lululemon job in a second if you want.
I also wish I had some paper because now I'm gonna have 600 million.
It was very Taylor Swift of you.
Is that a Sharpie?
It's a great conversation starter, Matt.
Oh man,
he didn't look good in a suit. Matt has.
Oh man.
For it. Yeah, Matt, you look a lot better in a suit than we do, I will say. Even though
it is true. Matt does look better in a suit than we do. Next week is kind of open. Audience, let us know who you'd like to see on the show. We'd like to have another woman again because it's been a bit male heavy lately. So
sick of the toxic male energy
again. We've got some really good topics coming up, but always down for suggestions. You can email me, whataretheworth@gmail.com. Or, just hit us up in the DM, for always. And until next week, this has been What Are They Worth? I'm Gabriel Luis Manga. We're signing out.
Cheers.
As soon as I get this video to load.
All right.
David, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I needed it.
I know.
Matt, you were great. We're still live, so don't say anything crazy, but you were great.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so psyched to see you again. I miss you.
I know. Welcome to a socially distanced drink on Saturday.
Yeah, let's do it.